welcome back to my channel. So now let's go to the very next session, which is nothing but the variables and data types in the Java program. Now going further, we need to know another concept, which is the token. Okay, so mostly what we saw in the previous session, that Java is the programming language which is the kind of right one to run anywhere. And when we saw the detail of how it works, the compilation and all, we see that there is a terminology used as token. Okay, now when we talk of any programming language, right, the building blocks, so we should have some basis that should be provided by the programming language. Okay, so here in case of Java, if we talk about the building block, so some of the major building blocks we can say, one will be tokens, then we'll be going through the data type, then variables, then operator, then control flow and the method. So these are the some of the basic building blocks that is required as a part of the any programming language. When you go through any programming language, you will find out this is the basic. Now in Java, the token, the building blocks, what are those tokens? Tokens are the nothing but the smallest building blocks of a Java program. Like the alphabet of a language, understanding tokens is the first step to reading and writing Java code. So if you see, like we can see here, right, tokens mean there will be keywords, identifiers, literals and operators. Let's go and understand more detail. Okay, so imagine that you are reading a book. Okay, whenever we start with any book, right, it is made up of chapters. Okay, then chapters are made up of paragraphs and paragraphs of sentences, and sentences is of words. So tokens in the Java are like the words in the sentence. That means the smallest individual unit of the Java program that have the meaning to the compiler. Meaning the compiler is going to understand the token, that is the smallest unit, and we cannot break the token further. Okay, it is the very smallest unit. Okay, and if you see our code, right, there is written like Java code. Okay, public static void main, and if we try to find out the different type of tokens, we can see here, right, public is one token, then static is the one token, then void is the one token, then main is the token, then there is a braces. Okay, it is a token, then string is a token, and just observe the different colors as well, like public and static, void, they are of one color, and the curly braces, this opening brace is of another color, and like so let's understand why there are of different colors. If you see this 10, okay, and the equal to this belong to another color, that means we can group all of them into a particular category. Okay, so let's see. Mostly we can divide the Java token into this further 5 categories. Okay, one will be the keyword, another will be identifiers, another is literals, another is operators, and we can say separator. Keywords, which are nothing but the reserved words that have the special meaning in Java. Okay, we cannot reuse as a variable name. These names have been stored already, and the Java has the right to use them. We cannot use it as a variable. For example, the public, the class, if, else, for, while. Then next comes the identifiers. Identifiers are nothing but the names given to the variable, like username, count, and any type of variable name that will be given, it will be of the identifier. Then next comes the literals. Literals are nothing but the fixed value, like a kind of here we have written 10, then there is a string as hello, then there is a boolean as true, then there is a floating as the 3.14. Now next comes the operator. The plus, minus, then division, multiplication. Similarly, the separator like curly braces, the opening braces and closing curly braces. So the purpose of dividing the into these 5 categories, okay, just to let you know that whatever is the programming lines of code, okay, or the class, all these will be divided into these 5 categories. Okay, now let's try to understand further. Let's try to perform one analysis here. For example, if you can see here, right, int count equal to 10. Okay, this is one of the Java line of code. Okay, so here, what is this int? It is nothing but a reserve keyword. Okay, similarly, the count is nothing but a variable is nothing but a identifier. Then there is a equal to. What is this? Equal to is nothing but a mathematical operator. Okay, then we have this 10. What is this 10? This is not a fixed value, that is the kind of the literal. Okay, the next with the separator. Okay, now let's try to perform some exercise, and we see that let's try to analyze, write one sentence. Okay, for example, let me see int c equal to a plus b minus d. Okay, let's analyze the token. You can see the number of tokens are 9. One will be like int, then c, then equal to, then a, then plus, then b, then minus, then d, then this the special operator. Okay, similarly, if I write something like string str equal to hello. Okay, let's analyze it. It is also equal to 5 token. Okay, similarly, let's write another one, boolean b equal to false. See, this is also of 5 tokens. And if we see every type what we have observed, right, it belongs to the keyword. Okay, then identifier, then operator. Okay, then the separator and the this separator one. Okay, so I hope you understand about the token. Okay, so just to summarize, let's see what is the token. Token is the smallest unit of the program which is meaningful to the compiler. Okay, and first we see the building blocks of the programming, which are token, data type, variables, operators, control flows and methods. And token, this is the smallest unit, and broadly we have categorized into 5 types, which is the keywords, identifiers, literals, operators and separators. Okay, and if we see some examples like keywords like public, class, if, else, for, while. Similarly, identifier also like username and count. Then literals are the fixed values, then operator and separator. What we did after that, we performed some analysis for some of the problem statements or the lines of the program that we wrote, and we also identified the number of tokens in that line. Okay, I hope you are clear about this token. Now let's move further and let's go ahead to the next one is the data type. Okay, so what are the generally data types? Okay, data type is nothing but the storing different kinds of information. Okay, so before going in detail of the data type, let's understand what is meant by data. Okay, so mostly data is the information that we work with. So in our real life, in our day-to-day program, we need data. Okay, so that we can process, manipulate and store it. Okay, so you can think the data of an ingredients in a recipe. Okay, without which your program has nothing to work with. Then the questions might be arising, right? What can be the different kind of data we have? So it can be a number, it can be the text, it can series of numbers as well. Then it can having the any like logical value like true and false, okay, which will be for decision making. Okay, now let's see why we need the data, right? We need the data to store the information, to perform some calculation, to make some decision, and to display the result. Okay, let's take an example. Okay, for example, like we have to calculate the passing mark in the examination. Okay, and you have a score, right, 85, and the passing mark is 70. Okay, then based upon that you need to find out that whether you are passed or fail in the examination. Now if you see here, that first what I did, I stored the score what I obtained, which is the 85. Then I stored the passing mark here, which is the 70, and then I made a decision. If score is greater than equal to passing mark, then congratulations, you have passed, otherwise try again. Okay, now what happens when we give this data as input or to our program? Whenever we give the input to the data, we can see here like we have this 42, hello, true. These are nothing but the data that we have given as a part of the input, and it is being stored at the different memory location. Okay, so what we understood from here, that we need data for the processing. Okay, and the data can be of any type. It can be of integers, it can be of string values, it can have some decision making like true or false, it can be of decimal number. So when we allocate the data to the memory, it occupy some space in the memory. Okay, now we need to understand, right, there are different type of data. Okay, then how a programming language can handle this data? Like in Java we have different type of data type to handle this. Like for example, integer, we have a different data type. For the string we have the different data type. Okay, now let's start with the concept of the data type. Okay,